Kelvin Momo coming through within fantastic, just chilled, good vibes, man. It is the Bogart Morning Show. The name's Ronnie J. Driz, extraordinary DJ. We do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday between 9 and 11. We're not about fantastic conversations, just incredible people that we have here, man. Right, we are a bit late, 34 minutes past our hour of 9 o'clock. We're definitely going to, when we come back, we're definitely going to, hit you up with the Bogart man once, say some wise words just to keep you going throughout the week, and some fascinating facts you probably did not know. And let me just dive right straight into it with the Bogart man once said, consistency will take you further than the motivation will ever do. Now, this goes for people, especially people in the gym, and people have made it. I like to say people have made it in the gym because you can't make it, because most of y'all don't make it. New year, new me people, those guys, you know what I mean? It doesn't work. It really doesn't work. So, because motivation is an emotion. It shows up when things are exciting, new, and or things are going well. But the moment life gets heavy, life gets lifing. That's what they say. Motivation disappears. It disappears in the air like the magician does with with the birds and everything else. So consistency is the one thing that will remain, and you really need to focus on that. And on the other hand is a decision. It is a decision that you make. It's choosing to show up every day gets tiring, but you just got to put in the work, and focus on that. Focus on the work.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Focus on the goal that you got, because motivation I won't take you anywhere, guys.
Can I say something? I feel like everyone is consistent.
No.
You can be consistently lazy.
Okay, fair.
Wow.
Okay, fair.
Fair.
Hey, that's
Fair.
hey.
Fair. Fair.
So
Laziness
is
a
You're actually right.
Right? So just choose what you're going to be consistent at, because you are consistent.
At least you gotta be good at something.
Yeah.
You gotta be good at something at the end of the day, man. Facts, eh? Facts, eh? We never thought about that.
Yeah.
Never thought about that, hey? Consistently being lazy. Interesting. All right, cool, man. When we come back, we're definitely going to hit you up with some fascinating facts. Did you know that we got here? It's the Bogart Morning Show. Good morning.
When the city's asleep, before the grind gets going.
Cheers, bro. Thanks, mama.
We already moving. Flipping switches, turning rooms into world stages. We don't crack under pressure. We crush it. We lock in and dial out what we must. From beats on stage in the spotlight to face beats in the close-up.
And there we go, guys.
Ooh, I like that.
Making every shot count. Cause the 9 to 5 is just the start. Numaganjani. We move. We level up. When the beat drops, we get up. Namaje. Cause when the get up meets the go, anything is possible.
What you think is embarrassing for no apparent reason?
Pulling a push door is also quite embarrassing. I always tend to walk quite cautiously and be like, "There's no sign on this door. How do we react to this? Are they watching me?"
Especially, if you have a building that's got a push or pull door, please, if you don't have a sign, please.
It's that you see when you go to Absa, the Absa Bank. That's when you see it. Absa have no signs, so when I walk there, I put my toe first. I'm like, toe. Give me a chance. What's going on? Is it going in or is it coming out? What's
That's a great trick. You're trying to find the door that opens by itself in the mall.
Oh, yeah.
Those ones are the worst.
Yeah, I'll stand there. I'll stand there. And the other like the one that works will be right next to you. On the right next to you. I was standing there until this one opened. I'm like, Chief, so, like this thing not opening.
Let's put a sign
like,
or something.
Shown on the Bogart Radio app says I get so embarrassed when my stomach growls in a quiet meeting. Yeah, hey. Bro, I get you 100%. I'm with you 100%. Now you think
it's embarrassing.
I just ate right now. What's going on? Or confidently walking into a party venue and you get there and they tell you it's invites only.
So I parked a little bit far from the elevator, and then somebody parked exactly identical as my car in front of the elevator. So when I come back, I was talking to someone. So that someone was supposed to leave together. There I am. I'm pressing.
Nothing's
Things
happening.
like maybe the battery's out or something. Then I noticed someone. You know, the funny part is there was a security guard. He was just looking at me.
There during the winter season, if you got the cold, if you got the flu, there's a certain cough that comes out, and that the cough that you don't want to release during the people. They call it the shotgun cough, where you hold it in, and it gets to a certain point where you can't hold it in when you cough, and literally the whole exam room turns around and looks at you.
And it echoes.
And it echoes. That's the worst.
Sana, AI right now must just get me a man. Because I
what
think
about your
me,
supposed
myself,
relationship?
me,
You were just telling
myself-
us about your supposed partner.
As much as it is supposed, guys, it is supposed.
What does supposed mean?
It means we are still talking about it.
Which one is this?
But we are talking exclusively.
Way.
Gut health, guys. I mean, one of the big
Circle coming through with Casper in your vest. This one here is called The Vibe. Nobody does it like us, man. The Bogart Morning Show. We definitely got the vibe going on here, guys, eh?
For sure.
We should pat ourselves in the back, man. Yeah?
Clock in.
Clock in. And shout out to everybody who's tuned in, man. I see y'all people from all across the country, from all over across the country. Cape Town, I see you there. Oh, man, Durban, there's a lot of people there, you know, that like to listen to us. And we got some people, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, and it's all the way from China. It's called Lanzhou. It's not Guangzhou. It's Lanzhoe. I don't know if that's the right. I don't know if that's the right pronunciation. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not sure as well.
Okay,
But I think you're right.
yeah. But whoever it is who's got the answers, please do let us know, man, how to pronounce that. But shout out to the people also there, and shout out to my people in Harare as well. They tuned in as well. I see them on the map here. Please do download the Bogart Radio app, and let's have a chat also on the Morning Show tab. The time is exactly 41 minutes past the hour of 9 o'clock. Right, it's time for Did You Know That?
You know the Snickers slogan, you're not you when you're hungry?
The what?
You're not you when you're hungry. That's like the slogan
Okay.
of the Snickers chocolate ads. Whenever they do adverts,
Oh.
that's the thing that they like saying.
Oh, the lunch bars and stuff.
Yeah, but specifically Snickers. They say you are not you when you're hungry. Another thing, you know the word hangry, a mixture of angry and hungry.
Yeah.
The thing we like to call Chantal.
One of yes.
So did you know that people actually argue more when they're hungry?
Yeah, man, because you're in survival mode, man. You gotta
Survival mode.
survival mode, man. You gotta put in the work, man, to make sure you're certified.
And it's supposed to be the opposite. You're hungry, so you shouldn't be having energy to be fighting anyone. You should be quiet. I don't understand why we get so angry when we're
That's when
hungry.
the most energy comes in.
Yeah.
So what happens in that moment is your blood sugar drops, and then your brain actually starts struggling with patience, emotional control, and clear thinking. Because in that moment, it just wants to eat.
Yeah, man. Your brain's like, we ain't got time for this.
Yeah, we don't have time for everything.
We ain't got time for
Someone's
this.
irritating you like, not now. I need to eat. That's why sometimes as men, your girl will have an attitude the whole day. Then you buy her food and she does a little dancey dance.
She's happy.
And the attitude is gone.
Buy her food.
I don't feel like you're speaking for yourself. So
Buy her food.
I'm not the only one.
No, it's facts. Oh, it's facts. Just buy
Okay.
her food. That sushi that she
food.
likes, get it for her.
Feed your woman.
I think you're taking it too far. But anyway,
Guys, sushi's amazing.
I'm gonna get her the sneakers bar, and when I get her the sneakers bar, play the ad like, hey, you're not you. Say you're not you.
No, but if I have an attitude
Nice.
and you hand me a Snickers to say you're not you when you're hungry, that's gonna make me more.
That's
mad.
shady.
Oh, that's up to you. Man. There's something wrong with you. The ad is saying this, okay?
No.
So you're going against your own
Get her
entire.
sushi, Ronnie. Believe me. My advice
It'll work.
works.
So try it out today.
Okay.
Maybe
Okay.
if she doesn't pack scuffed in, send her some Uber Eats or something.
Yeah.
Or after work,
Yeah.
surprise her with food. You'll have a good day.
Send Uber Eats.
Yes.
Yes.
You'll have a good day.
Yeah.
Trust me. As a woman, I'm telling you.
Okay, cool, man. Well, yeah, now we know. Rob, you know now, eh?
Oh.
Rob,
Don't involve me. Yeah, starve people, right? Eh? You'll come to an all white
Ew.
party in my fridge.
oh, white party.
In my fridge. All white party.
Okay, I get it.
Hectic.
You guys get it?
What? It's empty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all white party. Because it's white. But anyways. Fascinating facts, man, that we like to share right here on the boarding show. We do this every Monday Wednesday and Friday from 9 up until 11 o'clock. Shout out to everybody in the Bogart Man shop, man. Just killing the vibes, killing the time right here with us. Download the Bogart Radio app. Let's have a chat. Let me know what your thoughts are. So something incredible happened. Something also that I feel like it was one of the things that needs to happen over time. We need some deals to be struck and everything else. And then the Orlando Stadium renamed to the Orlando Amstel Arena. How do you guys feel about that?
What's happening with the renaming? Is it necessary? I mean,
No,
I know
this one here
sometimes it is. Okay.
Yeah, this one is kind of like different. You know what I mean? But I'll give you context. I got a video here that I can play actually. Let me try and get it. There we go. Let me try to play this video here so that we can get the full context of this thing. Let's hope this technology allows me to do.
Orlando Stadium, as we've known it since 1937, will now be renamed Orlando Amstel Arena. This is the latest development in what has proven to be an incredibly fruitful relationship between one of the biggest beer brands in the world and one of the biggest football organizations and institutions, not only in South Africa, but on the continent and even well respected around the world. Orlando Pirates will going forward play at the Orlando Amstel Arena. That is the official announcement, and of course we will be getting the rolling coverage and commentary, as well as just a breakdown of what he's been listening to and seeing, and that is our ENCA producer Sandile Mkhunu. He's the man that is out there for us, so he will be bringing us more details as to how it is we came up with this particular development, where it is now no longer Orlando Stadium but Orlando Amstel Arena. We don't know if it's now a thing going into the future or if it's just a deal for a couple of years. So those are the details we will get from Sandile Mkhunu in a short while.
All right, cool, man. So that's the whole context. Now you get it, right? So apparently the brand came in and they probably like paid a huge amount of money, and because now if you go there now, there's like a whole Amstel signage, which is like a big one.
I'm not mad at that.
Before we dive into that, I just want to get some context with you regarding FNB Stadium. Isn't that like the same thing that happened as well?
No. So the FNB Stadium is a national stadium. That stadium does not necessarily belong to any team. Kaizer Chiefs have the right to play some of the matches at that stadium, but that's a national stadium, so there's no club in the country that has ownership into it. It's
FNB itself.
FNB does have a huge stake in the stadium itself, and of course, if a certain club like Kaizer Chiefs want to play a match there, they'll have to go to FNB and to the FNB owners. I forgot his name. Harold, they have to go to the stadium management and to obviously put on a proposal to play a certain amount of matches in the stadium, but no team in the country can claim the FNB Stadium as their own. It's a national stadium.
So it's different from Orlando. So Orlando is for Pirates.
Orlando is for Pirates. Orlando was started by Mr. Ivan Koza himself. The everything Orlando belongs to Mr. Ivan Koza.
Okay.
Also, if you do remember what Mr. Ivan Koza did start off at Kaizer Chiefs, funny story. He broke up with Dr. Keza Mutaung. And then of course, obviously he went overseas, and then when he came back, he started off Orlando Pirates. Keza Mutaung went over to Orlando over in America, and there was a team called something Chiefs or something Kaizer. So he got that name, and he came back and he started off his own team, which was Kaizer Chiefs. In that sense, obviously the two have gone different parts, but they still control Soweto. So much so that right now, Dr. Ivan Koza, who's also currently the chairperson of the PSR, he's handed over the leadership over down to his son, similar way to how Patrice Motsepe did with his son. Ivan Koza has done the same thing, so his son is pretty much managing the team, and in that sense, he's brought in a huge amount of sponsors, and so much so, as Morena said in the audio you just played right now. Amstel and Orlando Pirates have had a long-standing relationship, and that relationship has now started to bear fruit with the announcement of the new Orlando Amstel Arena, to say the least. How do I feel about it?
Yeah, man. Because while some see this as a necessary and commercial move, many people are just unhappy about it. Like seriously over here.
No, it's not that I'm unhappy. I'm just confused. But now that you're saying that, I mean, it's such a big brand that was acquired for sale, and maybe a lot of good can come from it. I think I was just confused, and the reason why I'm confused is because as a country, we've experienced a lot of name changing, street names, but I love it when it is in honor of good work, good people, good Samaritans. But I also heard rumors, but it's actually not rumors, that KwaZulu-Natal will no longer maybe go. It hasn't been approved yet. As KwaZulu-Natal, it will be KwaZulu. And obviously KZN
Which makes
loves
sense.
that, which is okay, and
Which
it does
makes
make
sense.
sense, right? So I feel
But
like
wait, where did the Natal come from, though?
actually, nah, I also
Natal
don't
come
know.
I think that's more region related.
It's region related.
Just describing what region KwaZulu is actually in.
Natal area.
Yeah.
Okay. So
It's like Richards Bay, for instance.
Well,
the Richards
well,
is
you do realize when they say KwaZulu, but
Yeah.
then you're saying it's in the region of. But anyways, okay, fine.
No,
It's fine.
Zulu is big.
It's kind of like.
But coming back to the football thing, as far as stadiums being named after other brands, it's a world, it's a global thing. If you could look over to Barcelona, for instance, Barcelona have the stadium named after Spotify, so it's Spotify Newcomb. So depending on the sponsors you have and how much money the sponsors are putting in, they obviously get a stake in the stadium. They get a stake in the kit. They get a stadium. So depending on the partnerships and the collaborations you've agreed with the sponsors, they get a certain stake in the stadium, in the team. So I think the relationship with Orlando Pirates with Amstel is more so it's more so a stadium placement. So if you see Orlando Pirates is set to play Magesi on Saturday, and they'll play that at home to be a home stadium at Orlando.
First match, right?
First match actually
Okay,
at the
cool.
newly renovated Orlando Stadium. What they've done is they just added like you said, they've changed the name on the outside. They've also added a red stand. So when you're watching Orlando Pirates play now, you'll see there's actually a very bright red stand across the stadium that obviously counts as, it's almost like a homage to Amstel. So that Amstel is not a sponsor. But over and above that, obviously what this means for the club in terms of minority rewards is the club gets a huge amount of money from Amstel now. So now that money helps them in terms of general development, football development, ticket sales, just basic development. So and you'll find the infrastructure will also change more better.
I was about to say that infrastructure, and as long as it creates employment, I'm happy. Let people work.
I like that insight, because most people who are unhappy, they're unhappy because of they're saying the original name carries a deep historical and cultural significance.
Yeah.
So that's where the problem is. I don't know, that's a good
Change is
insight.
inevitable.
No,
Change
change is inevitable. And I think the other thing is also you need to understand the power economic that we're in. The economy determines how often change happens. And because the economy is so strife at the moment, certain clubs are looking for other ways to generate income because ticket sales are not pushing it as much anymore. Fans don't fill up our stadium. So how do we now enrich these clubs if we're not making money off tickets? How do we make money off other avenues? At least now Amstel can have a beer garden at the Orlando Stadium. So when people go there, as opposed to consuming beer from random spaces, they now have an allocated beer garden where they can go there. Amstel obviously have activations at the space. So it's more than anything, it's a win-win situation. I think personally it's a win-win situation for the club. Some fans were saying that why didn't you guys get Black Label to come to be a sponsor, because it's more branded.
It kind of makes sense.
It makes sense in that way. But now,
makes sense.
the catchy thing with that is Black Label already have a cup that they run in the PSL, the Black Label Knockout Cup. So if Black Label has to be associated with the Orlando Pirates and Orlando Pirates wins the Black Label Cup, then everyone else will come out and say, no, you guys, because you guys are the sponsors, you won the cup.
Wow.
So I think more than anything, there's a lot of powers of economics that made it this decision. But over and above that, I think for the club as a whole, it's a great move. As Morena mentioned as well, we don't know how long the contract will last, but for as long as it does, I can almost guarantee that both parties will benefit.
Definitely, man. So should historical stadium names ever be changed, or they should remain the same? Does sponsorship erase historic or help sustain it? But I feel like they definitely help sustain it. So we don't know, but you got some fascinating facts there, but we're going to discuss this when we come back. Do download the Bogart Radio app. Let's have a chat on the Morning Tab.
When the city's asleep, before the grind gets going,
Cheers, bro. Thanks, mama.
we already moving. Flipping switches, turning rooms into world stages. We don't crack under pressure. We crush it. We lock in and dollar what we must. From beats on stage in the spotlight to face beats in the close-up.
And there we go, guys.
Ooh, I like that.
Making every shot count. Cause the 9 to 5 is just the start. Noma kanjani. We move. We level up. When the beat drops, we get up. Namanje. Cause when the get up meets the go. Anything is possible.
What do you think is embarrassing for no apparent reason?
Pulling a push door, it's also quite embarrassing.
Hey,
I always tend to
one,
walk.
bro.
I always tend to walk quite cautiously and be like, "There's no sign on this door. How do we react to this? Are they watching me?"
Especially, if you have a building that's going to push or pull door, please, if you don't have a sign, please.
It's like that. You see when you go to ABSA, the ABSA bank, that's when you see it. ABSA have no signs. So when I walk there, I put my toe first. I'm like, toe. Give me a chance. What's going on? Is it going in or is it coming out? What's going on?
That's a great trick. You're trying to find the door that opens by itself in the mall.
Oh yeah.
Those ones are the worst.
Yeah, I'll stand there. I'll stand there. And then that was like the one that works will be right next to you. On the right next to you. I was standing there until this one opened. I'm like, Chief, so, like this thing not opening.
Guys, put a sign
like,
or
Chief,
something.
Sean on the Bogart radio app says I've got. I get so embarrassed when my stomach growls in a quiet meeting. Yeah,
Hey.
bro, I get you 100%. I'm with you 100%. Now you
that
think
one is
Chief,
embarrassing.
I just ate right now. What's going on? Or you're not confidently walking into a party venue and you get there and they tell you it's invites only.
So I parked a little bit far from the elevator, and then somebody parked exactly identical as my car in front of the elevator. So when I come back, I was talking to someone. So that someone was supposed to leave together. There I am. I'm pressing.
Nothing's
Thing's
happening.
Like maybe the battery is out or something. Then I noticed someone. You know, the funny part is there was a security guard. He was just looking at me.
There during the winter season, if you got the cold, if you got the flu, there's a certain cough that comes out, and that the cough that you don't want to release during the people. They call it the shotgun cough, where you hold it in, and it gets to a certain point where you can't hold it in when you cough, and literally the whole exam room turns around and looks at you.
And it echoes.
It echoes. That's the worst.
Sana, AI right now must just.
North Guard downline is coming through with popular demand. The time is exactly 4 minutes until the 10th hour of the day, man. We are discussing the change name of the Orlando Stadium, renamed to Orlando Amstel Arena.
OAA.
The shit, yeah. I see Casper is eyeing it right now, like, yo, to fill up that.
And he would fill it up.
Yeah, I want to fill up that.
Yeah. And how's the capacity actually? Is F&B bigger?
Yeah, definitely.
F&B is like 100K, ne?
Bigger, yeah.
It's the biggest stadium in
And
Africa.
then, in Africa?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Really?
And except for Stade Mathieu, which is in Congo, that has the same capacity as FNB. It's just the capacity in Stade Mathieu is about 120, but you cannot have 120 Congolese in a stadium. It's not going to last. It will not last. It's not going to end well, trust me.
I feel like you guys, the Congolese people are more peaceful than.
So peaceful. I was about to
ones
say
here, yeah, I was
that
about to say, like, hey.
as South Africans just like
We're afraid of
wilder.
Congolese people are afraid of everything but a football match. In a football match, at my young age, I think I was about four years old. I went to the stadium for the first time. That stadium was shaking from the time there was a rivalry called similar to Orlando Pirates and Kaizer Chiefs.
Yeah.
There's two teams called Vita and Imana. Those two teams were the biggest at my when I was a toddler. I went to the stadium and we sat there as a 4-year-old. The stadium literally started shaking from the ground all the way to the top
is
stand,
scary.
filled up to the rafters. Yeah.
Then the government was like, nope, we ain't putting you. Ain't gonna happen
that is
no
so
more.
scary. I mean, what scared me was what happened in Morocco with Senegal and the way they were just coming for the fans.
I was
Why?
about to say,
Like, there's this one guy, guys, they were pulling him, like a group of old men, a lot of them, pulling the one of the Senegal fans, and the fans, guys, it was a mess. Let me try and explain this video. And the Senegal fans are obviously protecting their person, and then the Morocco people are also pulling him. I was
Now
like,
they're
what
tearing
hell?
the guy
And then
up.
all I'm seeing are just fists, and I'm like,
Oh
what?
my God.
See, those are some of the issues stadium management have to look after. That's why you'll find even though FNB Stadium has a capacity of 100,000, you'll find that most stadium management can only allow about 60 to 80,000 people inside to avoid those kind of issues. So if there is a stampede that was to happen, those 60,000 people have a way out to
What
go
is
through
wrong
it,
with football,
whereas
man?
100,000 will not
I was
throw
so
out.
disappointed
guys,
in
I think
Morocco.
it's the
I was
sport, eh?
so disappointed.
Football's a very emotional game. Football
It's
is
very
Imagine what
emotional.
happens in Manchester today.
madness. Madness.
Imagine.
You know, it's a very emotional game, and it's more emotion if you're on the losing side.
But imagine when we beating each other up.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to see videos even here in South Africa back, but it's been a while. It's been a minute but that was just the between tense for me. I was like, no, this is not safe. Yeah, this is not safe.
So, you know, I don't know what Amstel is going to put in. Obviously, it's going to be the first match, right? This Saturday. I mean, They gotta do something. They're giving out free beer. What's
No,
happening?
we're obviously expecting to be a beer garden of some
Yeah,
sort
I
that we
mean,
can
that's
definitely expect. I know also my experience from visiting quite a few stadiums in South Africa. You'll find the beverage section of it is always neglected, where fans bring their own beverages into the stadium, and that on its own causes a big issue because now you don't know what they bring in, you don't know what material they bring in the beverages in, which at the end can also result in some violent acts. Whereas now I think if there's an alcoholic sponsor, then obviously the alcoholic the stand gets positioned in a visible position, more importantly for the brand itself, but quite importantly now there's a designated area for people to drink, as opposed to you sitting onto the stands drinking, somebody pulling out a pop suck bag, a silver pop suck bag and drinking. You wonder how cheap, where did you get this bag from? It literally always happens. If you go to it always happens. So I think right now also the culture in terms of how you consume beverages at stadiums might change, and I think possibly the Amstel Arena might pave the way for that.
I mean, they gotta do something, man. Because if you look at other more similar deals with what you call it, the stadium near Maboneng,
Ellis Park.
Emirates, Emirates. What is it called now?
So officially, initially it was named. It was called Ellis Park, possibly one of the oldest stadiums in the country. It's gone through various sponsors. Coca-Cola at some point sponsored it.
It was Coca-Cola at first.
Coca-Cola Arena, if I'm not mistaken. Coca-Cola sponsored it at some point, and then Emirates took over as well. So currently now it's been sponsored by the Emirates because the Emirates sponsor the Lions.
Emirates flies the. But only when the Springboks are playing. Yeah, those guys, they're racist to sports now.
Don't be that guy.
VAR.
No, so I think
a whole plane flying over. But now that Orlando Pirates is playing in the it's
not the same. You can't compare Orlando Pirates and Springboks. You don't do that. You can't compare. Three-time world champions and just champions.
I guess they're royalties. I guess but they gotta I guess that's why the ticket is more expensive and everything else. But still, guys.
But on a positive thing, I think what this does is it adds a little bit more pressure on the other clubs around the country to start taking ownership, start taking responsibility and accountability for the stadiums that they currently play in. During the FIFA World Cup in 2010, a lot of stadiums were built and rebuilt in South Africa, and in that rebuilding, a lot of the clubs found a home for themselves, but they haven't claimed that. Like you mentioned, the FNB Stadium belongs to everybody else. Polokwane Stadium so the stadiums belong to the clubs that are based in the province. But Orlando Pirates and Mamelodi Sundowns are the only teams that have stadiums that are solely belonging to them. But Orlando Pirates specifically, pretty much the only team in the country that literally has a stadium that belongs to them only. Obviously, Loftus Versfeld belongs to.
What's that? The one in Polokwane, the team. What's the one stop with the B? Is it Baroka?
Should be Baroka. Baroka's probably the only team.
They got a stadium as well. No, it's not a stadium, but it's.
Wait, actually, the one in Polokwane.
Yeah, the one in Polokwane.
You just can't because you can't consider. I mean, you can't. It's like more of a.
But it is.
It's more of a clubhouse than a stadium.
It's more of a clubhouse. Wow.
Yeah,
That's so shade.
It's more of a clubhouse than a stadium.
What is the compound called? What is it called?
It's named after the chairperson. I forgot the chairperson's name.
I forgot.
But Richard will probably kill me for this.
Yes. Yeah, shout out to Richard, by the way. But but the compound is nice. The the football field, I'm gonna call it a field, but it's quite nice.
You see, that on its sense, it's a beautiful setup, but sponsors will not go into it because they're not lucrative enough. They're not positioned enough for broadcasting. So sponsors will not run to them. Although it does very well for Polokwane as a whole and for Baroka as a whole, sponsors won't go there because there's no TV rights, there's no broadcasting, there's no fans that go there. Sponsors want to go where the brand will be seen, and that's why they go to Orlando Pirates. Orlando Pirates, as things stand, I would like to say, put my head on the block, are about to win this year's Betway Premiership. So the sponsors are looking, I think, hey, this is actually a good opportunity for us. If these guys win the league, there's more money for us, there's more exposure for us. So that's where sponsors look at. They don't look at where you position, they look at what's in it for them. And I think there's a bigger chunk, there's a bigger piece of the pie from Orlando Pirates than anywhere else.
So VAR is a stretch there.
But now I want to know something. When it comes to exposure, why is it that, especially, shout out to South Africans for this. I've noticed that with us South Africans, we really support our local teams. It's Kaizer Chiefs, it's Orlando Pirates, especially those two. The stadium will be packed. People will be crazy. Does this apply, in the African continent in terms of like other football teams? Or do you feel that the support is more international? Like some people actually supporting more international teams.
What's the historical fact behind the derby, bro? Like, Why is it like more people go there and it's just?
So I'm gonna tap in. I'll tap into that now. Just to answer your question, Secret. I think football is big in Africa, all around. If you go up to North Africa, those stadiums get filled up in rafters. When Casablanca from Morocco, for instance, are playing, you can see the stadiums only red. You don't see any other color, and it's only red with fans that are there. So the football is loved across the continent.
So there is a support of the local teams, and not only Liverpool, Man United.
Definitely
lovely.
Not. I think football
is just the different leagues.
Yeah.
True.
Football is very much loved across the continent. So much so it's even loved more than it is overseas. Because remember, a lot of the people that are playing in the domestic leagues are from Africa, are from families. They have friends and families that want to see them succeed.
Yes.
And stepping up into the elite levels of African leagues is almost like a propeller into the higher level of our professionalism, which is European League, UEFA Champions League, and whatnot. So there has to be home ground support before we support anywhere else in the country. Or any else in the world, rather. And then to answer your question about the Soweto Derby, Soweto Derby goes years back. As mentioned, of course, Dr. Ivan Koza and Kaiser Mutong did start off one. They had one team, which I think Soweto, it was called the Soweto 11, if I'm not mistaken. Obviously, the two had broken up after they went to represent different countries. Ivan Koza they both went to America. When they came back, Ivan Koza decided, actually, I'm going to start Orlando Pirates from Orlando. He got the name also from America. The name Orlando comes from Orlando in America. Kaiser also comes from the name from a team in America called Kaiser something. I forgot the full names of the team, but when the guys came back, when Kaiser and Ivan Koza came back, they started these two teams. Obviously, the players then decided, actually, we're now going to form allegiance with these two separated teams. And that from then on is when the Soweto Derby has started. Obviously, you had different players playing for the same teams, and then laws and rules came out saying that if you leave Kaiser Chiefs, you cannot go to Orlando Pirates. If you leave Orlando Pirates, you cannot go to Kaiser Chiefs. They literally started putting out red tape around how the team moved around, and all the sponsors, players sort of forming allegiance, and that's how pretty much the derby started. And I think over the years, it's the strictness of player movement has slowed down a bit, but more than anything, I think the country appreciates its existence as a derby. There are derbies, big derbies all over the world, and it's Kaiser Chiefs and Orlando Pirates. It's top 5. I think in the top 10 derbies in the world. That's the likes of Real Madrid, Barcelona, Inter Milan, AC Milan. Literally, some of the top big derbies in the world. Orlando Pirates and Kaiser Chiefs are in that top 10. So definitely a big song to make a loud noise about.
I think this was my last one. We're learning. I need to understand something. Why is the lifespan of a football career so short? I don't think it has to be that short. Like, where's Dumile Nkune? Like, fine, people are going to say, yes, maybe he's a bit grown. But, like, I'm sure with enough exercise... I didn't know.
There's something called football age.
I understand football age. I get it. But I think for me, it feels too short.
You already got the football
It's like
age.
you guys are giving me a decade. 10 years. 10 years, guys. To be a star, to be a superstar, to shine, to do the best. And then I'm out.
10 years to be 21 years old.
There are various reasons.
21 years for the next 10 years.
There are various reasons for that.
It's not fair. You can be there. Sorry to interject you, but it's frustrating to me because other careers you can be there so long, whether it's acting, a doctor, anything else. But with football, I get worried for their mental health. That are you going to be okay? Why do you have to resign so quickly?
There are different factors. There's different factors to it, and actually, football is actually a long career. It's just we only see football as the playing stage of football. That's how we see a football career. Also, you must understand it's a physically demanding sport. It's not just these guys don't just run after the ball. These guys train twice a day on a regular basis.
Yes.
And that's not just jogging. So already the physical exertion on the body is already too much for them. Normally, what you'll find is especially nowadays, footballers are now being introduced into professionalism from the age of 15 to 16. That's when footballers get the first unofficial professional contract. By the time you get to 18, you sign a professional contract. Now, from 18 until the age of 30, that's a decent career. That's about 15 years of you playing football. Some have gone over to the age of 40 playing football
15
as well.
years of playing football.
Yes.
That's a lot.
Now, in that space, you have injuries that come in, and these are career-ending injuries such as ACLs, broken ankles, and so on. So certain players don't find a way to bounce back from that. But when I say football has been made a long career nowadays, is because there's more of the the football pitch. Now you
Okay.
can go become
Behind the
a
scenes
sports
and-
scientist.
okay.
You can become a football journalist, a broadcaster, a coach.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much more that still keeps you in the football fraternity. So if you do lose your physical exertion and your physical input of the game,
Correct.
you're still able to input your mental. You're still able to give your mental input.
But it's
in
not
the
for
game.
everyone. That's another
No, but
thing.
you,
that
everyone
see.
will find
Will find
everyone
something,
will
no?
find a career.
Okay,
I think
good.
like every industry,
Good.
like in music, for instance, there's a producer, there's a
Yes,
vocalist, there's a
yes,
lyricist.
yes.
In every industry, there's a niche
Yes.
for you to find, and as when you're in the career, you need to be able to find. You need to be able to put those plans for yourself. That's why you'll find.
So you need to take it upon yourself
100%,
in general,
100%.
because we are only seeing. I mean, I think I saw Teko Modise with with Morocco, and I saw, who else did I see? Okay, Simpiwe, he's doing well. Those, I mean, out of the top of my mind, as I'm not a football, fanatic like that. So with everyone else, I kind of get worried because I'm like, where are you? Are you behind the scenes now?
Not everyone has that advantage, and I think
Fair,
only now, especially in
fair.
Africa,
Maybe
a
the
lot
bigger
of
your
players,
brand.
for sure. A lot of players are
Fair.
starting to realize, well, actually, wait, there's an opportunity over and above this. I can go into broadcasting.
Yes.
Only now our players are starting to realize that, and like the players you mentioned, Teko Modise,
Yes.
Bongani Kumalo, these are players that when you
Correct.
look on TV, you realize, wow, I didn't know you could dress so well. I didn't know you could speak so well. And only because now they're exposing it. The likes of David Beckham did it. David Beckham literally showed the way. He said, guys,
This
you
is
don't
what
have to
you
play
can
football for 10 years. I've played football for 10 years. I've modeled for 10 years. I'm a brand ambassador for 10 years. Now I own a football club myself. He owns a football club. He owns a football stadium. He's created a brand. So I think over the years, footballers have and I started understanding that it's more than just the physical exertion. You have to become
Yes.
a brand, and the brand is what sustains longevity.
So I understand, man. There's a lot that you can do.
Too
man.
much.
There's also you can be a VAR official.
Yeah, you and VR, you eventually get it. Trust me.
But anyways, man, what can we expect in the sports, man?
Yeah. So there's lots been happening as far as the sports fraternity is concerned. Of course, our UEFA Champions League is back on our TV screens tonight for a final match day. There's a whopping 18 matches tonight to look out for, and all those matches are playing concurrent to each other with a 9 p.m. kickoff this evening. Alongside with that, the Australian Open heats up as we head over to the semi-final round. As per usual, some of the top-seeded players have already dropped out. The likes of Iga Swiatek, world number 2, has been knocked out of the tournament. So I'll give you an insight in that as well. And of course, the Proteas are currently in action in a 3-day test, 3-day ODI series against the West Indies, and of course, are claiming the first victory at the Borland Stadium yesterday, with Aiden Markham being the catalyst in that regard. I'll give you more insight as far as these and other sporting headlines are concerned in just under 20 minutes.
All right, cool, man.
Yeah.
When the city's asleep, before the grind gets going,
Cheers, bro. Thanks, mama.
we already moving. Flipping switches, turning rooms into world stages. We don't crack under pressure. We crush it. We lock in and dollar what we must. From beats on stage in the spotlight to face beats in the close-up.
And there we go, guys.
Ooh, I like that.
Making every shot count. Cause the 9 to 5 is just the start. Numaganjani. We move. We level up. When the beat drops, we get up. Namaje. Cause when the get up meets the go, anything is possible.
What do you think is embarrassing for no apparent reason?
Pulling a push door is also quite embarrassing.
Hey,
I always tend to
that
walk.
one,
I always tend to walk quite cautiously and be like, "There's no sign on this door. How do we react to this? Are they watching me?"
Especially, if you have a building that's got a push or pull door, please, if you don't have a sign, please.
It's not that. You see, when you go to ABSA, the ABSA bank, that's when you see it. ABSA have no signs. So when I walk there, I put my toe first on my toe. Give me a chance. What's going on? Is it going in or is it coming out? What's going on?
That's a great trick. You're trying to find the door that opens by itself in the mall.
Oh yeah.
Those ones are the worst.
Yeah, I'll stand
guys.
there. Yeah, I'll stand there. And then that was like the one that works will be right next to you. On the
Right next to you.
I was standing there until this one opened. I'm like, Chief, so, like this thing not opening.
Guys, put a sign
Like,
or
Chief,
something.
Shown on the Bogart Radio app says I get so embarrassed when my stomach growls in a quiet meeting. Yeah,
Hey.
bro, I get you 100%. I'm with you 100%. Now you
that
think
one is
Chief,
embarrassing.
I just ate right now. What's going on? Or you're not confidently walking into a party venue and you get there and they tell you it's invites only.
So I parked a little bit far from the elevator. and then somebody parked exactly identical like as my car in front of the elevator. So when I come back, I was talking to someone. So that's someone we're supposed to leave together. There I am. I'm pressing.
Nothing's
Things
happening.
Like maybe the battery is out or something. Then I noticed someone. You know, the funny part is there was a security guard. He was just looking at me.
There during the winter season, if you got the cold, if you got the flu, there's a certain cough that comes out, and that the cough that you don't want to release during the people. They call it the shotgun cough, where you hold it in, and it gets to a certain point where you can't hold it in when you cough, and literally the whole exam room turns around and looks at you.
And it echoes.
That's the worst.
Sana, AI right now must just get me a man. Because I
what
think
about your
me,
supposed
myself,
relationship?
me,
You were just
myself-
telling us about your supposed partner.
As much as it is supposed, guys, it is supposed.
What does supposed mean?
It means we are still talking about it.
Which one is this?
But we are talking exclusively.
Way.
Gut health, guys. I mean, one of the biggest problems South Africa has today is men with big bellies, man. I've never seen such a phenomenon. I think we're in a crisis mode.
Overeating, not enough exercise,
Dudes look like
take
they
good
got
care of
twins.
yourself. As a dude.
Tight t-shirt, pot belly, and the meat hanging out the bottom. But it's the ingredients and chemicals in the food.
Yeah.
And then you don't exercise. And you could try to get in the gym and do crunches and all that. But
It's not enough.
it doesn't work because it's the diet.
And also a big belly also has other impact. I mean, it means that you can't see your 4-5.
Yeah, I get Jay.
Because like you can't see your 4-5. Because when you stand straight like this, and this thing is
you
like
see
that,
your toenail.
you can only see your nail.
I haven't seen the Zion in a long time.
It's in the past.
But I think it's dropping something very soon.
yeah?
So I heard. I don't know if it's coming through or not. But yeah, it is what it is, man. 16 minutes past the hour, 10 o'clock. Right, let's go into the discussion that we got today, man.
Yes, guys. I want to find out from you guys who has been bitten by a dog here before. Because I have. It's like
Trust you to be bitten by a dog.
I was, and it was a German Shepherd.
Oh.
And I love them so much.
Oh.
It's those apartheid dogs, those who don't know.
I was gonna
It's
say
those
that. You had to say it before.
those who don't know.
Because the police dogs, like, what do you want them to be? Who poodles back then? Come on, man.
Yo.
They won't
Honestly.
change. But hey, we're always gonna see that. So, you know.
My goodness. Guys, a dog bites is very weird. But honestly, when it comes to this, I'm actually asking about this because Eastern Cape is running out of police dogs.
Huh?
Yeah, they are. And I've been seeing a lot of these, like the training of the dogs, like on my TikTok. And it's
Okay.
actually so cute. They get
Is it?
trained from like as puppies. And they get trained, and it's like crazy training up until they, I guess, good to get into the field.
So when they say police dogs, they're referring to German Shepherds or just dogs in general?
To be
No,
honest with
bro,
you, it's like I think
don't
they usually
I don't
prefer
think
the
you can
German
be
Shepherds.
a dog. Like, you just prefer. I think the German Shepherd does
I think
the
it's a
job.
preference, but I think now they might have to change that and actually just like consider a pit bull or consider.
Hey, whoa, hey,
Let
whoa.
me come in here. It's a breed thing. So
Yeah.
German Shepherds have specific qualities. They're also easily trainable,
They
etc.
are.
So they were chosen as the specific
As the,
breed.
nah,
Yeah, but any type
That
of
kinda
dog
makes
can
sense.
be
Hey, man, the
a
pit bull
canine.
overpowered the
Pit
guy,
bull.
bro.
As a police dog, guys.
Nah, it won't work.
then you won't run.
never work, man.
You'll literally sit and be like, no,
I give
take
up.
me. I
Take
give up.
everything.
You
I
won't
give up.
run, but a German Shepherd, you might try your luck. You might be
Yeah,
like,
but also I think with relation to what the Farouz just said now, I think the German Shepherds are a lot more trained, and the breed is a
They
lot more conducive in terms of I think general human interaction.
Can be
Having a
tamed.
pit bull, once you let
Can't tame it.
the leash go,
can't tame it. It will
you're on
rip.
your own now,
it-
yeah.
oh, you can't tame it. So they're actually asking the public to just please donate any suitable dogs. But yeah, the response is a bit mixed. I guess some
So-
people are willing to help. Others want
So what?
compensation.
You come and donate your dog, or the dog has to like have a 9 to 5, it goes to work and then come back?
You
How
donate
does it
it.
work?
I feel like you're letting it go.
Is it?
Yeah.
It goes like that. Oh,
Because now
okay.
you're gonna mess up the training. You're gonna come home and then it's gonna Yeah, I think you're gonna miss out the training. They must be there in that camp and train because I feel like if
Yeah,
they
now
come
you
back
bring it home,
home.
you tell your Bobby sit down, doesn't want to sit down. Now it goes back to the camp, they're sending Rex. Now the names are
So
different, the instructions are
confused.
different now.
Yeah,
Now
poor dog.
it's after the weed guy by the corner. Now.
I mean, there's also like a criteria for the
disrupting the
dogs
things.
that they are looking for.
Yeah.
They don't want any dogs that have any sort of trauma. They want your dog to be healthy, to be confident,
Hi,
and
Bo.
stuff like that.
How do I know you don't?
Yeah,
Spotted
so
you
they
have
wouldn't,
trauma.
they wouldn't take dogs from the SPCA. Do you
Because
get
they
what I'm saying?
considered more
Yes,
traumatized.
Yes,
Shame.
yes, yeah.
Ah, that's not fair. You can find that those are the strongest ones. They can catch the criminals. Shame.
Doesn't that? Oh yeah, I think now the breeding process now also gets questioned as well because I feel like how are they running out of dogs?
Yeah, I'm also not getting it. I'm not fully
Yeah, we
grasping
need to get into the
how
cracks
or
of
why.
that just to see why.
Because I know that they're supposed to train them from puppies. Like as I've seen some videos from puppies, you train them, you breed, I don't know. It's supposed to be a system. Did they not have a system in place? There's supposed
I
to
think
be an
it's
entire
more
system
so
in
of
place.
of a budget thing.
Nah, really they're chowing the money.
Yeah, they chow.
They are chowing the money for the dogs.
That's what makes sense.
Poor
You don't see those K9 units quite often anymore. They used to travel a lot with our cars, with our dogs in the back of the car. You don't see them often anymore.
Yes.
We don't see the canine units a lot, man. But
I
they're
think
by
they
the
really,
airport, guys.
yeah.
At the airport it makes sense why you'd find them there. It makes
And
sense.
they need to be. And I
just get
haven't actually
scared.
seen one.
Yeah,
And
you-
I've
you
been to a
rarely-
couple
rarely
of
see a kid,
airports,
yeah.
and I
haven't
haven't
seen
seen.
one?
I haven't seen one, and I've been to the airport. What? KZN, nothing. Joburg, nothing. PE, nothing. I haven't
Well,
seen.
I think you
Even
probably
overseas,
just
I haven't
don't see
seen. I've only been there once, but I haven't seen anything.
But I think also the other reason for that would be the developments in technology. Narcotics and so on are a lot easier to find now with thermal cams and whatnot. So I think the uses for dogs become a bit redundant. But you'll find security companies still use German Shepherds. But then there's other breeds like Border Collies, Golden Retrievers that are just as smart as German Shepherds. So I'm not understanding why they don't just check for another breed.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe it's an Eastern Cape thing. But
I'm just interested in this compensation part, man. Did they say how much?
Hey man, don't go take people's dogs and go
They will not
People are asking
compensate
for
people,
compensation.
but people do want compensation.
I mean, it's
They
my
do.
dog. I mean, I bought it, so
Yeah.
you know what I mean, or something. I mean, come on.
So how much are we talking? How much compensation are we talking
That's what
about?
That's what I'm asking. That's what I'm asking. Also,
That I haven't mentioned, but
I mean, it's
You know,
not like
people
you're
will
getting
want a ridiculous amount.
10K for your dog.
You know, people will want ridiculous.
Because also dogs are like emotionally. It's an emotional thing. Yeah, sentimental thing. It's not like you're just gonna give it up. You know what I mean? And then you know, kind of like. So I think it's you know, I think they have to compensate you in a way, like because you're losing something.
But also, it wouldn't make sense for me to come to you as a dog owner when your dog is about 5 to 7 years old, and take your dog into police training. Doesn't make sense because 7 years old for a dog is quite old. So it only makes sense if they're getting puppies, if it's, and then they can train them from that age. But if your dog is over 5, I'm not going to get your dog because your dog will only give me 2 years in service, and then I have to retire it.
And someone actually thought I was selling a dog. They called me. It was a wrong number. They were like, yeah, the dog. I'm like, what dog? Like, no. And this was last week. So it's a thing. I think the selling of dogs thing, it's actually a business. It really is. And yeah, I guess that's why people want to
But
that's
also
why people want money.
the guide walk, the guide, what do you call guide dogs?
Yes.
Why don't they get dogs from them? Because those dogs are properly trained. And
No.
those are traumatized dogs, but they have been revived.
They are specifically trained.
Oh, they're
for
specifically
blind.
trained. Okay. No, man. At least we know. We know the dog tent is going to the right person. Cat is inside, so we don't. I'm just saying. So at least we know that's gonna happen. You know,
Not the dog tender. Cats and dogs.
Cats and dogs, yeah.
You know, cat. Okay. Anyways, you guys are wrong. But anyways, you know, at least we know it's gonna get to the right person, and you know, hopefully, you know, they can get more dogs.
Imagine they gave Cat the dog tender.
The irony. The irony.
Oh, Mr. Makala, who let you?
Yeah, there'll be a lot of 9 lives there, man. But anyways, when we the time is exactly 23 minutes past 10 o'clock. When we come back, we're gonna have sports with Roms at 1:30. Good morning.
When the city's asleep, before the grind gets going,
Cheers, bro. Thanks, mama.
we already moving. Flipping switches to turning rooms into world stages. We don't crack under pressure. We crush it. We lock in and dial out what we must. From beats on stage in the spotlight to face beats in the close-up.
And there we go, guys.
Ooh, I like that.
Making every shot count. Cause the 9 to 5 is just the start. Noma kanjani. We move. We level up. When the beat drops, we get up. Namanje. Cause when the get up meets the go, anything is possible.
What do you think is embarrassing for no apparent reason?
Pulling a push door, it's also quite embarrassing. I always tend to walk quite cautiously and be like, "There's no sign on this door. How do we react to this? Are they watching me?"
Especially, if you have a building that's got a push or pull door, please, you don't have a sign, please.
It's like that. You see when you go to Absa, the Absa Bank, that's when you see it. Absa have no signs, so when I walk there, I put my toe first on my toe. Give me a chance. What's going on? Is it going in or is it coming out? What's
That's a great trick. You're trying to find the door that opens by itself in the mall.
Oh yeah.
Those ones are the worst.
Yeah, I'll stand there. I'll stand there. And then that was like the one that works will be right next to you. On the right next to you. I was standing there until this one opened. I'm like, Chief, so, like this thing not opening.
Guys, put a sign
like,
or
Chief,
something.
Sean on the Bogart Radio app says I get so embarrassed when my stomach growls in a quiet meeting. Yeah, like, bro, I get you 100%. I'm with you 100%. Now you think
it's embarrassing.
I just ate right now. What's going on? Or you're not confidently walking into a party venue and you get there and they tell you it's invites only.
So I parked a little bit far from the elevator, and then somebody parked exactly identical as my car in front of the elevator. So when I come back, I was talking to someone. So that someone was supposed to leave together. There I am. I'm pressing.
Nothing's happening.
Like maybe the battery is out or something. Then I noticed someone. You know, the funny part is there was a security guard. He was just looking at me.
There during the winter season, if you got the cold, if you got the flu, there's a certain cough that comes out, and that the cough that you don't want to release during the people. They call it the shotgun cough, where you hold it in, and it gets to a certain point where you can't hold it in when you cough, and literally the whole exam room turns around and looks at you.
And it echoes.
It echoes. That's the worst.
Sana, AI right now must just get me a man. Because
what about your supposed relationship? You were just telling us about your supposed partner.
As much as it is supposed, guys, it is supposed.
What does supposed mean?
It means we are still talking about it.
Which one is this?
But we are talking exclusively.
Gut health, guys. I mean, one of the biggest problems South Africa has today is men with big bellies, man. I've never seen such a phenomenon. I think we're in a crisis mode.
Overeating, not enough exercise, take good care of yourself.
Tight t-shirt, pot belly, and the meat hanging out the bottom. But it's the ingredients and chemicals in the food.
Yeah.
And then you don't exercise. And you could try to get in the gym and do crunches and all that. But
it's not enough.
It doesn't work. Because it's the diet.
And also a big belly also has other impacts. I mean, it means that you can't see your 4-5.
Yeah, I get Jay.
Because like you can't see your 4-5. Because when you stand straight like this, and this thing is like
see
that.
Your toenail.
You can only see your
nail. Cha isikole ngasiqeda wagcina kungibeka emathubeni ukuthi uNjabulo ahamba yofunda esikoleni wakuthiwa kusemajuba.
Yes.
Ngafunda le course wakuthiwa electrical engineering. Ukucula akusiyinto engangiyiplanile.
So uNjabulo noSomnandi bahlobana kanjani kusondelana kwabo uqhamukapi ngoba ngikhumbula ukuthi Mother of All emcimbini nazoMdola uNjabulo ubonakala ngena noSomnandi estage emcimbini oyi1 and then uSomnandi ingane yakhe uNjabulo uSomnandi noNjabulo bahlangana kanjani uSomnandi nesithi siyasebenza la esisazazele ngezingane azidliwe imidlwane
uSomnandi ubaba omncane emndenini khona ekhaya impela nje baleni emndenini
yeah
ubaba omncane uSomnandi mina umuntu angazi ukuthi uyacula emhlabeni nguSomnandi noma mama efikile ekhaya efika ephethe amakhasethe ekudlalwa amakhasethe akhe silalela nje yena yikho lento yagcina itshalekile noma sengifuna nami ukucula njengomgqumeni esengiyahluleka ngoba la emqondweni wami kuprogranyiwe ukuthi kahle kahle nanga umuntu ocula.
When the city's asleep, before the grind gets going,
Cheers, bro. Thanks, mama.
we already moving. Flipping switches, turning rooms into world stages. We don't crack under pressure. We crush it. We lock in and dial out what we must. From beats on stage in the spotlight to face beats in the close-up.
And there we go, guys.
Ooh, I like that.
Making every shot count. Cause the 9 to 5 is just the start. Noma kanjani. We move. We level up. When the beat drops, we get up. Namaje. Cause when the get up meets the go, anything is possible.
Back to the City has never attracted less than 15,000 people. Never in any year. After COVID, there were concerns that, is it going to pick up where it left off? It did pick up where it left off.
How this thing started, I think you can Google how it started.
Yeah.
But I think what's important is why it's necessary. So the idea was always to say, well, how do we do this thing to be countrywide, right? Sure. How do you give an opportunity to some artists from there in Kurumani, some small town you never heard of? Sure. How do you give an opportunity to a graffiti artist from wherever? How do you give an opportunity to this dancer or this producer, you know? And also, how do you teach the government about what these young people are doing? At the same time, how do you expose the corporates to what these people are doing?
It's not just about artists. This man here gives opportunities to young people behind the scenes. You know what I mean? You know, making sure the artists are fed, making sure that they get what they need. You know, artist riders,
hospitality, making sure that they are well taken care of.
That's the one.
Yo, you're the most important person there.
I'm telling you,
Rashid. Here you are. Ngifuna ukwazi ukuthi ungene kanjani nawe Back to the City. And as far as I understand, you are in charge of the 10K challenge.
I've always been a hip hop activist before joining Back to the City.
Hip hop activist.
Right. You know, in terms of writing articles, being vocal. The main thing Osmic wanted me for was the Sahas.
Okay.
Yeah, it was there.
South African Hip Hop Awards.
South African Hip Hop Awards.
Right.
But it's one thing with Back to the City. It's a matter of now we're working on this and then now we're working on that.
Interlinked.
Yeah. So I was very instrumental because I was there from day one. Big Zulu was the first winner of 10K.
Big Zulu,
yeah.
Wow.
Big Zulu was the first winner of 10K. He was still skinny there. We have the videos and everything.
What rock have I been under? I didn't know that. Osmic?
Sir.
What would you say that the experience at Back to the City is as your view?
I think those that don't know must buy a ticket and come see it on the in October. Yeah. I can't explain. You must just buy a ticket. Go to www.backtothecity hiphopfestival.com.
Yep.
Buy a ticket.
Yep.
And then they must come, and then they can experience it themselves.
I've loved the brand. Been with the brand for 10 years. Like I said, exclusivity and what goes on in your pocket.
Which one is your favorite shop? Do you usually shop at?
Well, my guy used to work at Canal Walk, but now I just buy through him. Yeah.
Shout out to you, man. You know, I always love all the stylists when the customers talk about them. And
really,
you're coming outside. But by the way, what are the charges? What are they charging him with?
I actually haven't given myself time to see. I think we must.
Is it because of the slaps and stuff that he's been giving?
No,
people?
did he stab? I'm not sure, guys.
I
Can
think
we
there's
confirm?
illegal
Or there's a stab as well.
illegal possession, culpable homicide.
Yes, because I think he stabbed or I'm not sure.
Homicide
was
with
stabbing or.
Wow. Okay.
So this is not related to the accident. The reason he's still in prison.
No,
It's
I
not
think
the
it's-
accident. That
it's-
one is done. This is a new
no,
one.
maybe not done. It's just that case is continuing with the newly revived ones.
You know they can have a lot of cases on you. Then they deal with one case each time. You know what I mean?
Oh
so
my
when you serve time, they can bring back the other case as
Everything
well.
all together.
Then they keep you in there just in case. So that's why you gotta be, good in two
behavior.
shoes. Yeah, you gotta behave.
Oh my goodness.
To them, I guess,
Oh,
man. And speaking about is Makazi still? How's Makazi's recovery as well?
That's what I was actually checking Sheba's one, then I'll check Makazi's one. Yeah, he is actually being charged on several charges.
Oh, I see.
This includes attempted murder, like you said, aggravating circumstances, malicious damage to property. I don't know about that one, and possession of an unlicensed firearm. And he keeps being denied bail.
Yeah.
Okay. And
because you're gonna do more damage again, like we've proven you. Because he has been given bail several times.
Yes, and it wasn't the first time he's been in prison.
Where is his manager?
The team, ne? Maybe they are there trying to see how they can help him out.
They didn't try hard enough. They should have tried from the beginning, knowing very well how rowdy Shea Bashita was as a human being. Should have practiced a little bit more control.
Yes.
Especially
But do you
if an
think
artist that's generating so much money for a stable.
Yeah,
So
for your
much.
guys, you know what I mean? Because you gotta secure the bag first.
There isn't a performance in Limpopo. It isn't an event in Limpopo where Shebashita isn't booked. Even though he's in prison, they're still booking him.
Sure.
They're still yeah, man, it's crazy. But let's hear what's happening in sports. It's 10:35.
Top of the morning from the sports text. Let's take a quick look at our sporting headlines for this morning. This sports report is brought to you by Score Energy Drink. Diving right into it, as far as the Australian Open is concerned, we have now approached the semi-final rounds of the tournament. Just give you an insight to some of the results that came in before we got into this round. Of course, Carlos Alcaraz Jr. Defeated Alex de Minaur in straight sets with a 7-6, 6-2, 6-1 victory to book his spot into the semi-finals. Alongside with him, Alexander Zverev beat Leonard Tien, of course, an upcoming youngster that everyone else seems to be looking out for. It seems him as well as alongside Ben Shelton seems to be one of the guys that will take over the tennis fraternity in years to come. But nonetheless, Leonard Tien could not make it through. Alexander Zverev came out with that victory. Novak Djokovic, yet another injury, has ensured that he's advanced to the next round. He of course advanced after Lorenzo Musetti had to retire due to injury. On the other side, Yannick Sinner is also into the semi-final rounds. He was at the top seed and progressing, and still progresses through as the latest result is, of course, he's set to play further part into the quarterfinals alongside of the semi-finals. Just to give an insight as far as the women's side is concerned, of course, these are ladies that have advanced into the semi-finals. Ariana Sabalenka, she managed to beat Iva Jovic with a 6-3, 6-0 to advance into the semi-finals. Elena Rybakina, of course, the biggest upset thus far of the Australian Open. She managed to beat world number 2 Iga Swiatek, of course, to book a spot into the semi-finals. Elena Rybakina got a 7-6, 6-1 victory in that regard. And on the other side, American player Jessica Pegula defeated Amanda Minosova to, of course, reach her first ever Australian Open semi-final. Eliana Svitolina alongside beats Coco Gauff of the United States with a 6-1, 6-2 victory to, of course, reach her first Australian Open semi-final. And, of course, will face Sabalenka in the next round. Very unfortunate that Coco Gauff was very, very confident heading over to this year's Australian Open. Unfortunately, that has now come to an end. What we can look forward to as far as the men's semi-finals concerned, Carlos Alcaraz is now set to play up against Alexander Zverev, while of course Novak Djokovic is set to lock horns against Yannick Sinner, possibly the matchup that we've all been waiting out for. And as far as the women's side is concerned, Ariana Sabalenka, she of course gets onto court against Eliana Svitolina, and of course Elena Rybakina she goes on to court against American player Jessica Pegula as far as the semi-finals are concerned, heading over to the latter part of this week. And then to give you insight as far as our cricket is concerned, of course, as we know, the West Indies tour of South Africa has currently started. In fact, it started yesterday out in Boland in Georgia, and of course, the Proteas took on the West Indies. The West Indies put up a total of 173 for 7 of the 20 overs, and in reply, of course, South Africa matched that up with 176 for 1 of the 17 overs, of course, resulting in a 9-wicket victory for South Africa. And of course, our player of the match went over to George Linder, who of course got numbers of 3 for 25. Another key performance on yesterday came out from Aiden Markham, who of course got 86 runs, not out, possibly the best career as far as the T20 is concerned, with of course strong support for Muluan de Pretorius with a 44 run, and of course Ryan Rickleton also put up 40 on the scoreboard. A very good outing for the Proteas, who have started off the three-match T20 series against the West Indies with a solid victory in that regard. And then finally, to give you an insight as far as our football is concerned, as Ronnie mentioned, in fact, as we had a lengthy conversation, the Orlando Amstel Arena has officially been unveiled yesterday out at Orlando Stadium. That's of course relating to the Orlando Stadium, as it's formerly known, would now be known as the Orlando Amstel Arena. That's going forward from now onwards. Of course, the Orlando Pirates have notched up a great partnership with the Amstel beverage sponsor, and that will of course open up doors for a lot more opportunities for the club, for those supporting the club, and for those fully involved with the club. Speaking about our local football, of course, there was one match that took place yesterday that saw Mamelodi Sundowns move up further as far as the table standings concerned, as they played at Sekhukhune United. The goals came up in the latter minutes of the game. In fact, the dying minutes of the game, just after 90 minutes, Mamelodi Sundowns managed to get 2 goals from the latest signings in that match. Of course, Leon getting his first goal for the club as well. Speaking about our local football, there's one game that's taking place tonight. I'm not quite sure why the game's kicking off at 9:30, but nonetheless, Marumo Gallants and the mighty Amakosi will lock horns this evening to look out for that game. It's going to be quite a mouth-watering encounter, considering the form the Kaizer Chiefs is currently in. Of course, coming out of the CAF Confederation match against Jeko out in Zambia. They bring back that confidence from that 1-0 victory over the course of the weekend. They take that confidence into this encounter against our Marumo Gallants in tonight's game with a 9:30 kickoff. So you can look out for that as far as our local football is concerned. And to finally give you an insight as far as international football is concerned, of course, the UEFA Champions League is finally back on our screens tonight, and there's a mouth-watering 18 matches that are set to take place this evening. Yeah, girlfriends, it's time to take a back seat. Just to give you guys an insight as far as the matches for tonight are concerned, of course, Ajax Amsterdam will lock horns against Greek giants Olympiacos. Arsenal travel up to Karet Almaty welcome Karet Almaty this evening to Emirates Stadium. They'll be looking to bounce back after that defeat against Manchester United this past weekend. Mikel Arteta will be looking to finally bounce back. Barcelona will welcome FC Copenhagen to the Nou Camp Arena this evening. In fact, there were videos that were circulating with the Nou Camp leaking after its new renovations, and fans are asking, what was all that renovation for if the stadium is still leaking? A big embarrassment for the Spotify Camp Nou that has been newly renovated, but hopefully I can imagine Barcelona will patch up the leakages, and of course I come out with the victory this evening. Bayer Leverkusen will lock horns against Spanish giants Villarreal. Speaking about Spanish giants, Jose Mourinho's Benfica will welcome Real Madrid. 15-time champions will welcome Real Madrid. Of course, Benfica will welcome Real Madrid. As we know, Jose Mourinho used to coach Real Madrid, so it'll be a good return, a good match for Jose Mourinho to play his former side in Real Madrid this evening. Borussia Dortmund lock horns against Inter Milano. Liverpool will welcome Karabakh out at Anfield this evening. Manchester City will lock horns against Galatasaray. Well, of course, Juventus play the All Lady of Football, or rather Juventus, the All Lady of Football, play Monaco with the travel down to the French capital. Napoli will lock horns against Chelsea. 2 teams. This is possibly the match of the evening, but also another interesting encounter will be Paris Saint-Germain as they take on Newcastle this evening at the Parc des Princes, with all games scheduled for a 9 p.m. kickoff. That's pretty much my insight for this morning. This sports report was brought to you by Score Energy Drink.
Let's do it.
It's another incredible morning.
When the city's asleep, before the grind gets going.
Cheers, bro. Cheers. Thanks, mama.
We all
Starless Rhythms, exactly where you are. The name's Ronnie J. Dre's Extraordinary DJ. It's 2026, ladies and gentlemen. we're back bigger and better. So stand a chance to win a complimentary grooming service, a free car wash, and a Bogart radio package this Friday. Here's what you gotta do. All you have to do is download the Bogart radio app, sign up, go to the Win With Us tab under the chat, and type in the magic words, which is the cut. That's the cut with the K-U-T. Yeah, it's kind of tricky there, but bam, just like that, you're in. So you can stand a chance to win a grooming experience, a car wash, and the Bogart radio package. What else we got in there? What else can we throw in?
Oh, you want to give more?
I want to give
the
more.
year just started, man. Come on.
The year just started?
It just
Okay,
started. Don't
so
be
we're
that
going to
kind.
pocket there.
We might be out of gift by the end of the year.
Okay,
everything.
cool. So we're going to pocket there for now.
Yeah.
So if you want to enter this competition, don't forget to download the Bogart Radio app and enter, guys. You're going to win big. And also our friends at Score, they're giving out a whole Ford Wild track as well, man.
Sure.
So yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. 2026 just starts off with crazy things, man. All right, cool. We're going to be back, and then we're going to have a chat on topic of the day as well. What's hard about dating? You in particular. What's hard about it?
When the city's asleep, before the grind gets going,
Cheers, bro. Thanks, mama.
we already moving. Flipping switches, turning rooms into world stages. We don't crack under pressure. We crush it. We lock in and dial out what we must. From beats on stage in the spotlight to face beats in the close-up.
And there we go, guys.
Ooh, I like that.
Making every shot count. Cause the 9 to 5 is just the start. Numaganjani. We move. We level up. When the beat drops, we get up. Namaje. Cause when the get up meets the go, anything is possible.
What do you think is embarrassing for no apparent reason?
Pulling a push door, it's also quite embarrassing. I always tend to walk quite cautiously and be like, "There's no sign on this door. How do we react to this? Are they watching me?"
Especially, if you have a building that's got a push or pull door, please, if you don't have a sign, please.
It's like that. You see when you go to ABSA, the ABSA bank, that's when you see it. ABSA have no signs, so when I walk there, I put my toe first on my toe. Give me a chance. What's going on? Is it going in or is it coming out?
That's a great trick. You're trying to find the door that opens by itself in the mall.
Oh yeah.
Those ones are the worst.
Yeah, I'll stand there. I'll stand there. And then that was like the one that works will be right next to you. On the right next to you. I was standing there until this one opened. I'm like, Chief, so, like this thing not opening.
Guys, put a sign
like,
or
Chief,
something.
Sean on the Bogart Radio app says I get so embarrassed when my stomach growls in a quiet meeting. Yeah, like, bro, I get you 100%. I'm with you 100%. Now you think
it's embarrassing.
I just ate right now. What's going on? Or you're not confidently walking into a party venue and you get there and they tell you it's invites only.
So I parked a little bit far from the elevator, and then somebody parked exactly identical as my car in front of the elevator. So when I come back, I was talking to someone. So that someone was supposed to leave together. There I am. I'm pressing.
Nothing's happening.
Like maybe the battery is out or something. Then I noticed someone. You know, the funny part is there was a security guard. He was just looking at me.
There during the winter season, if you got the cold, if you got the flu, there's a certain cough that comes out, and that the cough that you don't want to release during the people. They call it the shotgun cough, where you hold it in, and it gets to a certain point where you can't hold it anymore, and you cough, and literally the whole exam room turns around and looks at you.
And it echoes.
It echoes. That's the worst.
Sana, AI right now must just get me a man. Because
what about your supposed relationship? You were just telling us about your supposed partner.
As much as it is supposed, guys, it is supposed.
What does supposed mean?
It means we are still talking about it.
Which one is this?
But we are talking exclusively.
Wait.
Drake is amazing.
No, Drake is amazing, but I just love this.
You love this Drake.
This Drake. Even him, he mentioned it. He's like, guys, I wish I could go back, but he can't. But yeah, that's it, man. We get what we get. You know what I mean?
The culture doesn't even allow anymore.
Yeah.
Times have moved.
It was like, I wish I could rap and have the same voice I used to back then. But it is what it is, you know. It's the Bogart Morning Show. I trust that you're having a fantastic morning. 10:47 is the time, man. It's only got 13 minutes until the 11th hour and we're over. So let's just dive straight into it. What we got for topic of the day?
Yeah, what's hard about dating you? Oh, that's a tough one. I think it's so easy to point out someone else's red flags and not look at your own. I mean, what do they say? When you point at someone else, so many other fingers are pointing right back at you.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is a tough one. I think it's important to do a little bit of that shadow work and see that. I think what's hard about dating me is 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. I think I'm perfect. I don't think it's hard dating me. Yeah. I don't think it's hard dating me.
Any day, man.
I've done my inner work.
I
show up.
Man.
Yeah. You guys do the easy part of pointing the fingers.
Pointing the fingers all the time.
Yeah.
My goodness. No, if I had to be honest, of course, we all flawed. We all have our mistakes. Yeah.
I like to think I don't have a flaw.
That is impossible.
I don't have a flaw.
Ronnie, you are flawed. I'm telling you now. I'm informing you now.
Listen,
everyone is flawed.
I know for a fact that it's the people is the wrong, the ones with the problem.
Oh, you're not the problem.
I'm not the problem. Yeah, I'm just saying because look, man, I also think I will tell you what you don't want to hear. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just me.
Yes.
Obviously, because when you're in a relationship dating someone, isn't just supposed to be considerate, listen to the other person.
Yes.
They come to you with the problem. I'm going to tell you straight. You know what I'm saying? Look, I'll tell you what you need to what solves your problem first. And 9 times out of 10 that's the thing you don't want to hear. So I'm sorry. So that's it. Because you're gonna come to me it's gonna be like this. I'm like, hey, you are the problem.
Yeah.
That's all. And people don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
It's past
I guess
experience.
you'll probably then be with someone who can actually handle that. And I think this is when the compatibility chat comes in, because there are certain things that you really can't change about yourself. This is who I am. So maybe I'm going to be honest and I'm going to tell you like it is. So you kind of need a partner, I won't say with a thicker skin, but with someone who's going to accept that you're not being rude and you're not being malicious. You're literally just telling them that, but babe, this is not going to
I want to help you. You know what I mean? And that's what I found out. Most 10 times out of 10, they don't want to hear that.
Yes.
They want to hear the lies, of which I will tell you first the truth, and then I'm going to give you the lies.
But how long do those lies last? And I think the lies last as long as the relationship does, I would assume.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you can't keep what's the word? You can't keep sugarcoating egos just to sustain a relationship.
So do you feel that what's hard about dating is the fact that you are just
I'm a straightforward person, man. I'm
just honest, just straightforward,
tell you,
and not everyone can handle that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna tell you here, you're messing up.
Yeah.
I think with me is
then they'll be like, why didn't you take my side? I'm like, I'm gonna take your side.
I'm not taking the side at all.
Sure.
I think with me, which will probably be probably most gents is I'm also a traditional man.
Okay.
A lot of the aspects of dating or being in a relationship have traditional inclinations with it. So if I know these are the roles that come with a relationship, be it a marriage, if in any sense, whatever relationship you are in, it's to build for a better future. And if that better future is marriage, there are certain things that you have to do in a relationship that will still apply in a marriage. So if I'm having a conversation and I see you speaking to somebody I'm not comfortable with, don't wait for me to come tell you that I'm not comfortable. You should automatically know that.
But how? What if I don't know?
You should know, Sikla.
No, I hear you. I just want to understand, in terms of what if to them, you date different people, different backgrounds, different upbringings, different traumas. To them, it's like, no, I'm just having a conversation with Ronnie. What did I do wrong? We were just talking. Baby, you're jealous.
Yeah, but no, the staples. I think the staples for direction get laid out in the first days, the first months of your relationship, where you tell your partner, that, listen, these are the things I am uncomfortable with. These are my insecurities. If you are going to use my insecurities to benefit you and to boost your ego, then we cannot be in a relationship together.
That's
the biggest problem. You'll tell a woman, no, I don't like you having guy friends. I don't like you going out. I don't like you doing this. I don't like wearing that. And then they receive that as if a form of insecurity, a form of a barrier. No, I am telling you what me as a human being, what I'm not happy with. If you are doing these things, it will cause unhappiness in the relationship, and we don't want that to happen. So to maintain cordial relationships, to maintain a relationship with great decorum and respect, do what I've put on the table. You put on your stipulation on the table, and I'll also abide by it. Correct. But now, if you're literally going back and forth, and you thinking, oh, actually, I want to do what's good for me, I will do it. But what's good for you may be detrimental for me.
Correct.
I'll take it. Yeah.
I fully agree with what you're saying. I think I share the same sentiments as well. If a man says you're not going, believe you me, I'm not gonna go there.
Yeah.
I I don't want.
When there more people
My
like
man
her?
must be
We've been saying this,
unapproachable.
man.
My man
Shout out
must
to
be
Sid, the builder.
unapproachable.
I see you.
I don't
Mommy, how
want.
you doing? Okay, yeah.
I don't want my men to be.
Wait,
texting
you
other
saying
men.
that when your man tells you that, baby, you are not going to conquer. You're
I'm
not gonna go to
gonna
conquer.
conquer.
Okay, I
I'm
hear
not
you.
gonna
now.
do that.
Cool.
If my
Yeah.
man says, you know what, baby, your friendship with this person is making me feel uncomfortable. Nobody's gonna make my man feel uncomfortable.
Hectic.
Simple as that. And I expect the very same thing.
Hey, when are you
from
a
my
wife
man.
material?
No,
Ah, you gonna get married?
Deserves her own
And that-
own sexy.
I
Hey.
don't want. No, my man must not be in contact with
Yeah,
their
you
ex,
better bring the-
especially if there's no kid. Like,
Yes.
why are you?
Why are you with
why,
your
why,
ex?
why, why,
Why?
why
I
are
hear
you
you,
talking
I
to
hear
your
you,
ex?
I hear
Why
you.
are you liking photos of women?
So you feel like
Hey,
then what's
hey.
difficult? Then what is difficult about dating you? What would you say is difficult about dating you then, or hard?
I think what is difficult about dating me is the fact that I don't know. I'd like to say
No,
I'm
but
not a
it's
cool
fine.
girlfriend.
Okay.
I'm not
Hey, cool girlfriends don't win. Listen to me out
I'm
there,
not a cool
girlfriends.
girlfriend.
Cool
girlfriends are like nice
girlfriends
guys.
do not
yes.
win.
I'm
You
not
are
that
not
guy.
going to win. If
I'm not
Sanya,
that guy. I'm not
Hey,
that guy.
Wanda.
And unfortunately, if you and I sit down and we're like, okay, baby, this is how we are doing life, and these
Yeah.
are the
Okay.
things that we won't be doing.
Yes.
If you do that, I'm gonna leave you.
correct.
If you know that these are, you know, our morals and our
Yeah,
values,
yeah.
you know that you are not supposed to be doing 1, 2, 3, and 4, then unfortunately,
Yeah, I think like to
unfortunately-
add on to what you're saying now, Chantal, it just comes down to a matter of integrity. If you know that what you're doing is wrong and it's going to affect someone, don't do it.
100%.
If you want to do it, do it outside of that. Of that
One of the
person's-
most important things when it comes to dating is consideration. I think so many relationships fail because you're just not being a considerate partner. Consider you that's the thing. That's why people love situationships so much, because it doesn't come with the responsibility and accountability of
Hey,
consideration.
situationship.
Yeah, they love these situationships because I don't need to call you out. You don't need to actually think for me because we are not dating. You understand? So situationships are toxic. There's no trying to explain your way out of but I like him, but he likes me, but I think we just in a situationship. No, he doesn't like you enough, clearly, because we need to be actually in a relationship if we are saying that we like each other and we want this to work. What's hard about dating me would be a few things, but I think the one that I feel continues to supersede the others is just my hyper independence. Like it's something
What is that though?
I think it comes with a little bit of I don't need you and I can make shit work on my own, and it's just a trauma response to having to. I mean, I started working at by 19. I was already working at a bank. I've had to fend for myself for the longest time, so I think it comes with the whole an underlining of I don't need a man,
with
but
or
honey,
without,
you
with or
do.
without you, I'll make it.
Yeah, like you do, but you don't. But it can be toxic. You know that whole I don't need a man.
because that is very toxic.
It can come.
That
It
is
can
very
be
toxic.
a bit toxic, even though you really don't need a man, but you need a man. Like it's a double-edged sword, right? So I think for me, it's just hyper independence due to just life challenges that I've been through.
I just feel
so
like it's
for me, it's like you wanna walk away, Tamaya, I'ma be okay.
And 1 week later, it's you in the ice cream tub.
Huh?
One week later, it's you in the ice cream
You
tub.
understand?
Teaching
So it's
yourself.
that like facade of strength and
For sure,
strong,
for sure.
and then knowing very well that it's just like you just protecting yourself. But luckily enough, through years and years and years of just working on myself, it's so much better. It's to a point where it's non-existent, and also depends on the partner that you're with. To a point where I used to be scared to ask even for money because I'm like, why? Like so scared. But at the same time, I'm also mad that don't you see I need money? Don't you see I'm out of petrol?
Things like that brings that kind of thing.
You understand?
Dysfunctional
that part
type of thing.
where,
You know what I mean?
where
Yeah.
the guy must now.
Kind of see, but you're not.
Yeah, but you're not saying
You
you're not
see,
saying that I need money for this. I
struggled
need
so
this.
much with
But you-
that.
You just said the same thing.
He did say the same thing though. You said that she must know. No. But I stand to be corrected.
Okay,
He
hold
did
on.
say that in the beginning of the relationship, he does communicate. He does state. Unlike us, sometimes I'm not gonna tell you that. Baby, sometimes please just like show up for me, acts of service when I'm overwhelmed, because we do get to, we get pretty overwhelmed. Like take my car, take it for a wash. You can see it's dirty, but I'm overwhelmed. I'm driving all over Joburg. I'm tired.
You see, you guys. You see, you guys. That's my problem. I'm over communicative. I'm I'm just direct.
That's good.
I'm gonna take it a step further, a step back. When you guys said, like, you know, let's say, Rob, when you're talking about when a girl is speaking to the wrong guy, and then they'll be like, "Are you jealous?" I'm like, "Yeah, but I'm jealous." Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you straight up.
Yeah,
You
And
should
sometimes-
be.
you're
What
my
do you mean?
person.
Yeah,
You should
and sometimes I've done this before. When a girl was talking to a guy that, you know, I didn't like, I walk up to there and say, "Yo, man, I don't like you talking to this guy," in front of the guy as well. But don't take it like a joke. But that's
Yeah.
but you know what I mean. And then they'll be like, "But why would you do that?" I'm like, "Yeah, but that's what I don't like you talking to the guy."
Yeah.
You know. But then, but the thing is, I forget about it.
Okay. You
So
let it go.
because you know I've said what I said. You know what I mean. So if you're gonna come back and do your nonsense, that's up to you now. I'm gonna
I
tell
hear
you, like,
you.
here,
I hear you.
listen, here you're messing up again. Okay.
mm.
So I feel like, you know, I over communicate more like in a direct
good.
way. You know what I
Good.
mean?
Yes.
But I think a lot of people don't want that.
Yes.
But you know, I would have communicated with you, which is
Yes.
like, you
And
know,
Chantal touched on something that still hurts me now.
no, Chantel, you gotta
This
put in the right
Instagram
number
thing,
of cows,
this
Chief.
thing of liking of
It's a
pictures.
rare
now.
breed here.
How
It's
do
a
we
rare
address
breed.
that issue, Chief?
Don't like the picture.
But no,
Don't
okay,
comment.
but first, okay,
What if
so
it's a
so
mistake?
this person is
Yeah.
unattainable. This person is in Alaska.
Who said
No,
that?
this-
Unattainable.
This person is.
Who said that?
I don't
Unattainable.
She's in Antarctica.
I
She's
don't
there
care.
in a red dress.
I don't care.
Don't.
It matters not.
Okay, let me explain
See,
why it's
Ash-
actually such an issue, right? Remember, this person is unattainable. They probably, obviously, at that moment, they don't know you. They say there's a mega star, sharp, right? But remember, that like is there for the people that know me to see. So now I end up looking a bit of a fool because
How?
now Chantal is gonna see it. Everyone. No, because that's just how the
That your
social
man is
media
liking Beyonce's
culture
picture.
moves. The social media culture moves like that. If
Why?
you are going to go and like,
So I like Nicki Minaj picture.
Why?
no, that's different.
That like.
I'll be very honest. No. There's
well,
a
you see now,
difference in the
guys.
liking, guys. No. It depends on the picture, the context of the picture.
Sure.
It does. We need to be honest. If I'm gonna go and like a picture
Hey.
of a guy showing his abs, there's context. So there needs to be a bit of substance and context as to why you're not comfortable with a certain picture being
Okay, I
liked.
see.
I don't think it's every single picture where I'm like, no. But I think. I don't understand. I feel like it's okay to just scroll. Do you know how, as women, we just scroll
But
past so
secretly,
many
they put
things?
that like button there. I can't just leave that.
Why are
button.
you liking it? You
That
can
button
leave
was
it.
given. They must remove the like button then. They must remove it.
You know, there's this one guy who.
Aye, man,
Okay,
guys.
I don't even know
guys.
whether it's manipulative
It's
or
alright,
not, right? But there's this one guy who actually just only follows his girlfriend on Instagram, and he only likes his girlfriend's things. Listen to what I'm
Was that
saying.
Kanye
Hence,
West?
I'm saying that I
Was
don't
that Kanye
know.
West? I'm just saying.
I don't know if it's manipulative or not. I don't know what it is, but
Isn't
I'm
it?
just saying that. Look at that, for example,
Mm.
right? And I highly doubt that when you're scrolling, he's out here liking other people. There must be context. I think for me, if it's some random girl in a bikini, come on. But if it's your friend,
Okay,
someone you
cool.
know,
Yeah, but
a
no,
colleague.
this lady is fully dressed. You're appreciating the beauty in her face, not in the body. You can see it.
Appreciating the beauty is the problem.
That's where the problem starts.
Appreciate it in
But
your
now,
mind.
you're such
I
a
don't need
cute
to
man.
know.
Oh, you're such a handsome man.
Please, no.
Oh, you're so.
No,
so
no.
when you guys can proclaim and say, oh, you're such a handsome man. You're such a. This guy
Listen,
is so
man.
cute.
No, but we don't do that.
I've got no problem. You like
On Instagram.
picture,
Okay, I don't know. I don't do that.
I
feel
don't
like
do that
I
as
don't
well.
go around.
I don't go around liking men's photos.
Gosh.
Like
don't
I
even
said,
want men's phone
I
numbers on
believe
my
I
phone.
believe in context. If I can like Ronnie's picture and I can like yours. Context. I'm working with these people. They're my
Well, you
colleagues.
haven't liked my picture,
so
so
I
I
feel
won't
like
say you like
I
it.
haven't liked your picture.
Not a
Really?
single
I'm
like
gonna
from
go
you.
like it now.
Yeah, open the Bogart Instagram.
Like everything.
Open the Bogart man Instagram. Yeah, but guys, I think we're running out of time, man. We're gonna make way for the Gentlemen's Club, man. Shout out to Sipo, Zach, Uncle Zach, man. He comes through with the boys and everything, man. He's gonna be holding you down. Everything, man. Grooming, just man's mental health. He's definitely got you and holding it down, So please do stay tuned for that one. I feel like we need to continue this conversation some other day. You know what I mean? It's a big conversation, but don't forget to download the Bogart Radio app and let's have a chat there. It's gonna be a great morning. Good morning.